Hi, and welcome to another episode of Dad Knits. Hashtag Dads Can Knit Too. It's got a niche. Where I've tried to figure out how to knit things using a loom. Alright, so I started this scarf here using this loom. This is the first thing that I've made on this loom. I'm still in the process of doing it, but I came into a major problem here. The problem is I ran out of yarn. Now in the middle here I did figure out how to change the colors. But for now, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do to continue making this using what they like to call an E-stitch. So for this, you need the loom. You're going to need one of these needle thingies here. And eventually, we're going to need one of these needle thingies to close it off, to finish it off. Almost identical color. So now I'm going to show you a close-up here of how to do the actual stitching here. Okay, so as you can see I ran out of yarn. I don't know if this is the proper way to do it. I'm sure knitting aficionados out there are going to be yelling and screaming at me. Oh my gosh, how could you do that? It's blasphemy. But whatever. So I am just going to tie this in a square knot right here. Bam, nice and tight. You can barely even see it. If you want, the other tool that's in my box of tools over here, pair of little scissors. Okay, just cut off the extra. Okay, so I just cut off the extra. You can barely even see the knot. We'll see as we go through if this actually makes any difference or not. So these are, when you're doing it, you're thinking of these numbered from 1 to the last one, whatever this is. I think 24 or more. You can do the counting yourself. But basically what we're doing is we're using what they call an E-stitch every single time. So we already have one row down here. Now we're going to put a second row on top of it. So to do that, you got to wrap it around, and then with this stitch you wrap it back around the peg again. So you're making a zigzag figure 8 all the way down. Sometimes I put my finger on top so that it doesn't pop off, because I've only been doing it for 4 days, but I've already had it unravel itself halfway back down just like that. And you have to start all over again, and then it gets very frustrating. Faster, but then I think it just comes with skill and timing. And then I like to do a couple of lock off figure 8s here at the end to hold it. That keeps it nice and tight. And then I hold it here with this one hand, and then with this hand, using this needle here, you're going to take the bottom loop. I hope you guys can still see this. You're going to take the bottom loop here and you're going to loop it up and over the top loop, just like that. Now, there's holes in the little pegs here. When I first started, I was going up like this and trying to get it, but that was difficult because I kept grabbing the top one. So then I realized if I go down, around, and then up and over, boom, and then it slides right out. Okay, I'll show you again here. Down, through, up and over, and then it slides right out. These are all at different heights, so now every single time you got to push these all the way down, especially for this thick yarn. You got to push this all the way down because you want to give yourself enough room to do the next layer. Now the next layer, unhook it from the edge here, wrap it around, and then go backwards the other way. But when you go backwards the other way, make sure you're going right over top of the same way, the same angle down, the same way that you did the first time. Okay, so it's got to go around this way. So now you're basically doing the same exact thing backwards. So one way down, one way back. And like I said, I'm still learning how to do this. Okay.
I can't see because your fingers are in the way.
Well, my fingers are in the way because if I don't put them in the way, then they'll pop off the pegs. So then all the way back down to the other side. And then once again I do a little back and forth here to hold it, to lock it on there for me. And then once again I do the same thing starting at 1 again, all the way back down, up and over. And then just keep repeating this over and over and over again. Okay, so now I'm on to the last row. I went through the whole second ball of yarn, and now I only have enough left for this one last row. And then we're going to try something that I've never tried before, which is finishing off the scarf. That. Okay, now for the fun part. This should be very interesting. So what I'm supposed to do, lift this one up, put it over here, and then pull the second one through and put it onto the first one, I think.
That's exactly like when a finger knit. Because you pull it over and then you pull that one over to this finger. And you put that finger over.
Okay, and Cameron says that's exactly how she fingers. So I'm actually going to start this way since I have the tail is at this end over here. So pull this one up, put it onto here, and then from here I pull the bottom one up and over. Basically what it's doing, it's locking it in, I think. I have a feeling once I get it started, oh, yeesh, the whole thing's going to fall apart now. And then put this here, nope.
Now don't you have 3 knots on there?
Now I have, okay, so the second one has to come up and under. There you go. And then put it on there like that. And then, same thing here. You got to get the bottom one tucked underneath and then put that there. So now the bottom one is now on top of this peg. And now do the same thing. Get the bottom one up and inside that peg. Take them both off. And then go over there.
Wait, you're out of frame now.
I think that's actually locking it together. I think that's working. We'll find out when we get all done. Or 7 hours worth of knitting will be down the drain. Okay, so the bottom one comes through, and then that goes on top of the next peg.
So you're basically knotting it in and then pulling it over to the
Yep,
next
you're knotting it through the one before it. So pull this one through. Uh-oh, I lost it. You got to get it back again. Okay, and then back on top. This is very stressful. I'm sweating. Not because I'm hot, but because I'm nervous.
I was going to say, that's your normal self.
Okay, so... Oh, I can't get it.
This is amusing for me.
Yes. So then there. Boom. Okay, now...
Time lapse this because it's going to get boring.
Keep going. Cameron says she wants to time lapse it because it's getting boring. Okay, so we're going to time lapse it because it's getting boring, but we're going to keep going back and forth, pulling the bottom one through the top one, and then hooking the bottom one onto the next peg. This is our last one right here, and this is our tail right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but I'm a worrywart. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to actually cut a little bit of this off because I have some extra here. So no, right here, out here. My handy assistant is going to chop some off there. Okay, now I'm going to tie myself a little square knot.
Just a knot.
Get this in here nice and tight. And then go back around. Okay, now, so what we need to do is we need to weave that through. That's what this needle is for. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to weave it across or up the side, but I'm going to go up the side.
Down the side.
Down the side, depending on which way you're looking at it. So I'm going to take it and just hide it right in here in between all these knots. Going right up the side here. Can't see my needle. Okay, keep weaving it through. Pull it all the way through. Okay, now it's stuck in there. And then I watched somebody, they even went back down again. So that's what I'm going to do, is go back down again. Whether this is the right way or not, I don't know. Maybe you can comment down below and let me know if I'm doing this right. Okay, but here we go. Weaving it back down to the bottom again. Zoink! Now it's hard to see it. And now I can cut this off with my scissors. Ah.
Careful, don't cut your finger off.
There, cut it off right there. Now if it gets pulled through a little bit, it still has to go all the way up and all the way down before it comes out. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these two white ones here.
Lazy one,
Alright, I think I'm going to try and...
When did it show up, since it's not all just one color?
Well, I'm going to try and feed it through the red, but hope that it only comes out.
Especially doesn't come through.
So you don't see it. You really can't tell where it is. I'm going to chop that one off right in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Weaving it through the needle. And then going back up the side here. Hiding it in through these knots as best as I can. Can't really see much there. Can't see much there. Wow, I almost look like a professional, don't I?
No.
Wham! No. Okay. So there we go.
Where's your box?
It looks long here. Well, that looks like a pretty long scarf until I put it around my neck, and then it's kind of short. But for my first scarf, not too bad. Using nothing more than a loom, a pair of scissors, this thingy, whatever this is, and this needle, 2 small balls of yarn, and a little bit of the white yarn over here. I was able to knit this super thick, and you can see it stretches out really big if you really wanted to. But this super thick, super heavy duty scarf, but it definitely is going to keep your neck warm. I am definitely warm up here. This is super soft. So I'm going to link down below all the items that are used in this. Please also down below click like, smash that subscribe button.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the...
Well, see, it's a good length for you.
I get it. I'm short.
You're young, I'm old. I'm the dad, you're the kid.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn on the post notifications so you get notified every single time he posts a new video. And make sure to like this video if you thought it was an awesome video.
Like this video if you think she's awesome.
I am. Like this video if you think I'm cute.
Okay.
Daddy does one.
Alright.
And make sure to comment down below. What's the comment of the day?
The comment of the day is, for the first time making a scarf, what do you think?
Out of 10.
Is it worthy? Is it worthy? Alright.
Peace.
Dad knits. Peace out.
Dad knits.